Do we want to start with the Xbox Series X previews? We want to start with that because Jeff Grubb was going to actually show us some of the features of the Series X that he has hooked up right now. Of course, Jeff's been doing a lot of coverage over on his channel. You want to check that out. A lot of different videos on the Series X. And Evan said he could probably make it full screen for everyone.
We're up.
Okay, cool. And if anyone, Evan, you want to look at the chat, see if anyone has any questions about it. But it says Jeff's dashboard here, and that the one thing I noticed it is super fast, Jeff.
Yeah, no, it absolutely is very fast. Just kind of getting around, even like just like loading stuff up from the internet. I think I'm downloading something right now. I think I'm downloading Sea of Thieves, and yet everything, even loading in from the internet, like the store, it still is instantaneous. But if it's on the box, obviously it's even faster. So this is preview. This is like still preview hardware, and they made it very clear that the UI is going to change between now and release. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do run into some bugs, but otherwise it's been running really great.
It's quick. Yeah, it's really fast. Like compared to what I was just playing the Xbox One X like an hour ago, and I'm looking at this and it's like, it's not even close.
You know what the best part of what
all
Jeff
my
is
games
showing us,
in that.
What'd you say?
I have to say my love and appreciation for Jeff has grown immensely just now because he has Metal Slug X on his home screen.
I got that on my tablet. Let's go.
Is there any good game comparison here that you have already installed, Jeff? Because you have you're installing Sea of Thieves. You have like I don't know what's a good one that you've noticed for like load times or anything.
Well, I mean, pretty much anything's good. Let's see here. Let's bring up my games. Let's see what I have here installed. And I think like Ori's really good. I think Ori's one where this one hasn't gotten the X update, but it's gotten everything else where like, okay, you're going to get those load times and it's going to be super fast. And it's one where it just comes in instantly. That was quick resume because I've been playing this again, and it's already good to go.
Quick reminder, everyone, you're seeing it through the compression of Discord. So like,
oh yeah,
so be aware.
Yeah, this is more of like showing the features and the loading and all of that over the visual.
Let me see if I have a. Let's see if we can do. I don't think I even tried to do fast travel here. Let me see if I have that unlocked because I was playing this on Steam, so I don't know if I have fast travel unlocked yet. Let me see if I have a game that has fast travel. Let's see if we can bring something like that up.
We had someone asking if the background is customizable on it. So like, what visual aspects are customizable, or is it all like kind of?
You know what? Let's look into this because this is something I haven't even tried. So you guys can kind of see it's animated back there, right?
Yeah.
Yep. It has like that animation to it. Yeah.
Right, and that's something that wasn't on X. So let's just kind of see if there's a way to change this. Oh wait, no, there's a customize. That's customize the guide. That's going to be this personalization.
Yeah. Color and background.
Color and background. There's a theme in motion though here.
Ooh. Theme's just
Scheduled.
Dark and light and all that.
Oh, okay, yeah, just dark and light, right?
Light
dynamic background. There we go. Okay, so yeah, that's not even going to let me do anything.
These are probably locked until later updates,
exactly.
most likely. Yeah, custom image.
Probably. Yeah,
okay.
Custom image or anything, screenshot accessible.
They did mention the kind of the live backgrounds that they'll have as they go along, so that'll be interesting to see how that.
Yeah, so these are probably things that they didn't really put in yet.
Yeah, because they have the animated background and they mentioned that's something they would be doing.
Yeah, let's see here. Let's I think you guys wouldn't be able to see like Gears 5 running at 120 hertz, but that's pretty great. Blink's the time sweeper, of course. It runs in auto HDR. It's beautiful.
Hey, you know what?
Like Fallout 76. Like, this is. I don't have it on quick resume right now, but that's a game where like if you're online and you try to quick resume, it doesn't handle it too well. It does bump you back out to the menu. But Hitman 2 handled it. Like that has a connection as well to the server, and it's just like, okay, we're not connected, and it realized it and just it hooked me right back into the server and kept me going. So it worked really well.
Okay. Yeah, because because you would disconnect. That makes sense. The quick resume thing is really cool though. So you can just load. How many games have you thrown in quick resume at once? Like 5 or 6?
Yeah. Yeah. I've gotten like 5 or 6, and it's hard to like because it doesn't show you like what's in your quick resume. It's just kind of what's over here or like what's in this list here.
I'm kind of trying to translate this. I'm guessing this guy's asking if you can quick resume games that are on disc or just digital.
Yeah. So that's what people have been asking. Like I think. As long as the disc is in the system, you're going to be able to quick resume it.
Yeah, because it's still installed on this drive.
So, yeah. Right, and so it's not going to trip on a license check because they have to check the license for a digital version too. So no, don't worry about that. It's going to work fine. Now I'm all digital, so I don't have a disc to throw in here, but trust me, it's going to work fine.
Oh, it's okay, cool. Titanfall 2. Yeah, Titanfall 2 is a game that I could see them actually patching that up to like 120.
I would love that.
It's fun to play at 144.
Really well.
Yeah.
Apparently, they almost got. They could have. I remember there was an interview where they said they could have gotten 6K out of the Xbox One X on it.
Oh wow! Yeah, I mean, and it ran great on the One X, and it's like it's hard to tell if it's just like that, if it's just running that well, no matter what.
Oh wow, that is quick.
Yeah, but it's it plays great here.
Wow, I'll say that's pretty. That's the biggest thing about this is just really fast to get around.
Yeah, let's see if I can't play Gears Tactics, which is I could, but we can maybe see. They might have like taken Yakuza away. That's one that was like actually a next gen game, but they might have taken it away because it was a limited time demo. It doesn't look like it's on my list in here. Yeah, I do have Skate 3, but I'm. Jordan's like, pull Skate 3. Yeah,
quick resume.
Jordan went for it immediately.
Man, that was. I don't even remember like opening this into my quick resume, so I must have just checked on
quick resume's just the opening.
Yeah, that must have been. I must have just opened the game.
Yeah, to the people who are like, it was lagging. It's Discord. Don't worry about it, people.
No,
Evan's trying to have Comcast screen share.
Actually, I knew people would say it too. When I saw them, like, I bet you they think it's the actual game running like that. I bet, and then people in the chat did. Of course,
the stream's running fine. My bitrate's fine. It's literally Discord just being like, and it's finishing.
Yeah,
like,
we're trying to come up with a good way to share it.
Well, I mean, Discord. If you're on a boosted server or something, they do give you like higher quality, but we're not on that. So
yeah, this is like some games aren't working yet, like Forza Horizon 4, they're going to update that, so this is what I get right now. I wouldn't expect to see anything like this once the thing is actually alive, and
that's part of their Forza Horizon 4 is part of their launch lineup, so I assume there'll be a patch probably ahead of
right.
Yeah,
it did get an update in the background, but it's still not unlocked for me, so I bet it's ready to go. I bet they're at least testing it. It's you know what? Sekiro is one where we could just test fast travel.
Let's go.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. That actually has pretty good frame rate from I remember too on the Series X, right? It actually has it boosted.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's it's really close to locked at 60. It's not quite locked at 60, but it's close. Let me see if I can pop in there.
Too much silence. It's awkward.
No, I was watching the screen.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
I was taking in the Sekiro loading. Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah. You're like you saw that bar. Like I'm like that bar's gonna take a minute, right? No, it's like it like goes faster than the bar actually loading it.
That is pretty quick. You can fast travel and
yeah, I think I have to go to the whatchamacallits though.
Okay,
well,
cool.
Just run,
I
want to see run into something and die. Let's see the
something and die.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I think I've cleared this. You know what? I could go out to the guy out there. Hang on. Yeah, let's just go out there.
Leap off a cliff.
Oh, that's a good
got a bunch of those around
your respawn time is.
Wait, the horse boss is up ahead. You already fixed.
Yeah. Let me just go there. He'll totally murder me.
Yeah, I'll say Sekiro is way more playable on something like this if it's touching 60.
Oh yeah.
On the Xbox One X even it was a struggle at times. On PC it was way smoother, but man, Sekiro was so difficult on the Xbox One X from some of those frame rates.
Oh yeah, here he goes.
Oh,
all right. I'll just let him kill me.
Yeah, there you go. Cool.
Fade to black, little loading thing. And boom.
Wow, and shoot.
That's pretty good. Wow,
yes,
that's pretty good.
It's the classic solid state look at anything loading. It's always great to see.
Mm-hmm.
And the games aren't optimized yet for that's pretty good for games that are just kind of being brute forced by the SSD in the system.
Right. Yeah. And the thing is, you will get a lot of these benefits. This is running off the internal stuff, but if you put this on an SSD and connect it to the USB, especially if you use like a USB 3.1 or 3.2 cable, it'll be really fast. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, and this is for backwards compatible games, of course. For
are there flames coming out of the top of the Series X right now?
Yes. Yeah, let's feel it. Let's see how it is.
Got a quarter pounder on there. Got to flip it soon.
It's actually it's super cool. Yeah, it's super cool for Sekiro. So yeah. So yeah, I did that in my video as well. I tested the temperatures of the air coming out of the vents because that was the easiest thing to do on everything. So it runs cooler than the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X. So
nice.
I kind of don't know what else to say there. It's like awesome. It clearly is. It's more efficient hardware. So what would people expect? But yeah.
Wow. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate the look. That is really cool.
Yeah, no problem.
Looking forward to the release of this system next month. I think it's gonna be really cool to see that and the PS5 out in the same week. Good to see load times being dropped with these SSDs for the most part. So that's really cool.
It's a much better experience. It's a much better way to play games. Like I think I was mostly consoles before this last generation, and then pretty soon into after 2013, I'm like, man, I'm just gonna take up PC gaming, and now I'm mostly into PC gaming because I think those consoles kind of were. Looking back at them now, the PS4 and the Xbox One are kind of junky, and it's all about that hard drive.
It was really about just how long it would take to get into a game, and that's why when Nintendo put the Switch out and it jumps into a game very, very quickly. It was just more convenient all the way around. So to see it, you turn the Xbox on and it immediately goes to the menu, and then you jump into a game and it takes like 10 seconds to actually be playing it. It's way, way more appealing. So that's good to see. Very cool. Very cool. And of course, Jeff is doing a lot of coverage over on his channel. If we have that, we can drop it in the chat for everyone, Evan or Jeff, whoever has it. We can drop it in there for anyone to see any more previews on different things, because Jeff did a lot of videos on it over the past week. So you want to check that out. It kept me real busy.
Kept me real busy for sure.
Yeah, you want to check that out. And the one thing though that people were mentioning, I saw in the chat, is that the UI is 1080p. That's something to keep in mind right now. And I am curious because I feel like Microsoft is getting pressed a little bit on that, because that was mentioned as part of their, I think you mentioned this online. I thought that they had mentioned it previously, and they're like, don't think too much about 1080p UI or something at one point.
I'll just say that in the embargo, they say they're like, we understand you're going to show the UI. Do not dwell on any of the elements too much, because this stuff is going to get updated. And I'm like, I don't know how much they're going to change the way the interface actually works. So what are they going to change? I think it's possible. I think it's also possible it comes out and it's still 1080p. For me, I would actually prefer it just be HDR, because the thing is, or at least have the option for HDR, because so many of the games now are supporting that because of auto HDR, that you get a lot of that flickering of your screen. And
good point.
You know how TVs can be so temperamental with that stuff. Going back and forth with that, eventually TV's just gonna be like, oh, I messed this up, and now the whole HDR thing is broken. If you could just keep it in an HDR state most of the time and just flick it out when a game is in HDR, which is going to be pretty rare, that would be so much better for me personally. But I get that people are going to be spending a lot of money on new TVs, and the idea of still running a console OS at 1080p, especially when it's supposed to be a next gen experience, to me that is a little bit underwhelming, and they probably should do something about that. It's not the end of the world, but they should do something. It
is strange because they tout it as the most powerful system, most powerful console, but then it has a 1080p UI, whereas the system is supposed to be less powerful, as a 4K HDR UI. So that's the only thing that throws me, is the way that they talk about it, but then the way they present it.
Yep, I agree with that.
So it's not the end of the world. It's just strange messaging, I guess, for it. But hey, who knows? Maybe they go, hey, people are asking for it. Let's just push a patch. And I guess if you want it to be 1080p, you can make it 1080p in the settings or something.
I mean, maybe they're just bad at it too, because Windows and 4K HDR is rough.
Yeah,
maybe they're just bad at it.